مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.
Hello everybody, welcome back with Mr. Osama. Today's lesson is a writing lesson. In this video we'll deal with writing a complaint letter. But first, we have to decide what objective we are going to deal with today. Before talking about the objective, we should know that according to our religion, we are requested to ask for our rights, but in a polite way. That's why I prepared the following video for you to listen to a verse of the Quran telling you what to do.
لا يحب الله الجهر بالسوء من القول إلا من ظلم وكان الله سميعا عليما. لا يحب الله الجهر بالسوء من القول إلا من ظلم وكان الله سميعا عليما.
After listening to this guiding verse of the Holy Quran, it's time to identify and recognize our objective for today. As a matter of fact, complaint letters are formal letters. Formal letters have a fixed structure. That's why our objective for today is as follows. By the end of the video, you should be able to write a formal letter with a greeting, formal of course, purpose of the letter, introduction, to introduce the problems you faced with the service or the product you bought, then a solution, and finally, a conclusion. Let's start by watching the following video.
Today, we are going to look at how to write a letter of complaint. A letter of complaint has three clear parts. It starts with an introduction that clearly says why you are writing. Then, a main body that provides the reader with information so they can respond to the complaint. And then finally, in the conclusion, you say what action you want the reader to take. It's important to keep calm and keep your emotions under control. You may be very disappointed with something, but remember to be respectful and polite. Okay, let's look at this letter. In the opening paragraph, he states why he's complaining. It's about the broken pavements and the potholes in his neighborhood. Then, in paragraph 2, he gives details about the broken pavements and says they are a danger to the public and that he's worried about children and the elderly. He says that a child or an elderly person might trip, fall over, and get hurt. In paragraph 3, the focus is on the potholes, and he makes it clear that if a bike hits a pothole, the cyclist could fall off or swerve into oncoming traffic. He's clearly concerned. Then, in the final paragraph, he asks the council to take action. And firstly, come and have a look at the problem, and then repair both the pavements and the roads as soon as possible. He's very helpful, and he even gives the council his telephone number if they need more details. The council would find it difficult to ignore his request, as there is no emotion in the letter. It provides the necessary information, and it closes with the action he wants taken. I hope this helps.
After watching the video of how to write a complaint letter, in the following slide, I'm going to show you some useful phrases that can be used all along the writing process. Watch and take notes.
A complaint letter. Do you know how to write a complaint letter? Remember, you need a greeting, a body paragraph, and a closing. Here are some examples. Greeting. Dear Sir, Dear Madam, company name. Closing. If you know the person's name. Yours sincerely. If you don't know the person's name, yours faithfully. Phrases you can use to describe a situation. I am writing to inform you of my dissatisfaction with. I am writing to inquire about. Phrases you can use to describe a problem. I had difficulty in. On March 1st, I. Phrases you can use to describe a solution. Please find attached a copy of the invoice. Could I please ask you to? Phrases to use to finish your letter of complaint. I look forward to receiving your response. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any more questions. Now you are ready to write a letter of complaint.
I hope these useful phrases were helpful to you. Now it's time for me to give you a sample complaint letter. Look at this sample complaint letter. As a formal letter, it starts with a formal greeting. Dear Mr., and you write the name of the person given in the question. Sometimes you're not given a name, so you have to write Dear Sir or Madam. After the greeting, your next step is to write your introduction, in which you state your purpose of writing this letter. Here is an example for you. I've been a loyal customer to your company, hotel, center, restaurant, or whatever the establishment you are complaining to is. However, I'm writing this letter to express my dissatisfaction with the bad service I had there. My complaint is about. You state here the service you had or whatever. Look at the examples in this box. For example, you say, a TV I bought, a room or a flat I rented or booked, a course I registered in, or a meal I ordered. The third step is to write the body of the letter. In the body of the letter, you state the details. You say the details of what happened to you. For example, on the 1st of June, I bought a TV rented or booked a room or a flat, registered in a course, ordered a meal, or whatever. Unfortunately, it was not the high level I expected. There was a problem with, and you have to write down the first problem you faced with the product or the service you had. In addition, there was a problem with, and you have to tell about the second problem. Then you express your surprise when the person in charge wasn't helpful to you. This person in charge could be a salesperson, a receptionist, or a waiter, according to the place you are complaining to. Then the next step is to suggest a solution. Here is an example. I'm writing this letter to ask you to solve this problem, either by refunding me or by changing the product or the service. At the end, you have to end the letter, formally of course, by using this sentence. I look forward to hearing from you. Yours sincerely, or yours faithfully. But when to use sincerely and when to use faithfully. Remember and look at the beginning of the letter. If you have written, Dear Mr., and you give a name, then in the end or at the end of the letter, you have to write yours sincerely. But if you have started the letter by saying, Dear Sir, you have to end the letter using faithfully, yours faithfully. And of course, your name. Your name could be mentioned in the question. If not, you just let it empty. Let the space for the name empty. I hope this explanation was helpful to you. Now it's time to practice. You have here 2 sample exam questions. Read them one by one and write them. And if you have any problem, please contact me. On our school site, we have forums, we have discussion time, and I'll be happy to help you. Goodbye and thank you for your attention. Good luck.